and your comforts can't be found. Oh, still I'm stumbling on and I'm searching round, and I'm trying to see. If there's a world beyond these walls,
WIIFTBP.
shut off all the house lights. I can't breathe. Every single sight is crushing down on me. Flip this cluttered room, yeah, upside down. Oh, let the endless hours sink straight on through the ground. 'Cause I'm trying to see. If there's a world beyond these
Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to Black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empoweredillinois.org.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing Black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your Black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Well, since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe?
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I don't have my co-host,
I think I heard a door.
Todd Stroger. Ninja get a job, now you want to be late.
No, he's been late.
Right, you know what? Tell the truth. I mean, later. He wants to be later. Is that better? Because Todd Stroger is not in the building yet, but it's all good. He is doing double duty. So we gonna, you know what? We're gonna have to start docking him. Ruthie, I'm gonna give him your cut.
I mean, nothing from
Nothing leaves nothing.
So you don't got nothing to worry about, Todd.
You know what? Look at Todd. Uh-oh. Now you got on. Look, every day we got a different upgrade, Todd. Todd got a job.
Hold on, Todd, I got you. Maze, every morning, Todd does not want his workday outfit critiqued. He can't live under this pressure. He only has so many shirts and so many pants. And it's a matter of time before he repeat and then you make him feel bad.
People in hell want ice water, too.
It's going to take a lot more than Maze Jackson talking to
So
make
it don't
me
bother
feel
you?
bad.
Okay.
No, he don't bother me.
What? Oh, now I got to work on it.
It's reverse psychology. You got to say it do, though. So
No, I told people a long time ago, Maze can only think so long, and then things get a little crazy. So don't feel hurt by what he said. He all right.
Oh, I see.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Go. Good morning, Sonia.
You on some Todd this morning, huh?
I like it. I like your gumption.
Gumption.
Can you buy me something?
You know, it's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You throw a punch at me, I throw a punch at you.
That is funny, though. You know what? Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I used to want to. Well, I did have Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Todd, did you have Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Of course.
They
still have them.
Huh?
They still have them.
In the ring?
And you
Red and the blue. Yep.
Bing.
Yeah.
And then you punch him in the face, and
His head pops up.
Don't it say, you knocked my block off? or they don't talk.
You
No,
must
they don't talk.
Ruthie, you got the Ruthie been playing video games.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like,
Rock'em Sock'em is very low tech.
Right. It was straight brute force. Period. Point blank. All right, y'all. That voice you hear in the background is Todd Stroger in the building. Todd, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, all right. You know, usually the alarm goes off and I lay in bed for like 15 minutes. Today, Janine said, "Are you going?"
She like,
No, she was talking about to your other job. She don't care about this.
oh, she is like, yeah, go to the one that pays.
I ain't talking about the hobby.
Ruthie may know something about women here.
Listen,
Hey, you know,
you already know. You got a pension, so you good. Janine ain't going nowhere.
but you know, it's all part of the process. You know what I'm saying? One thing leads to another, That's why nowadays I don't get mad at the journey and the steps and even the roadblocks and hiccups, because I feel like it always seems to turn out for the good for me.
Right.
So I just be like, ooh, I had this happen and I got this so that I could be over here. Mm-hmm. And maybe in the process you don't realize that those things are there because the struggle may be a little bit. But then you realize like all of the things that you've done add up to where you're at right now.
That's because you don't stop. It's like the Odyssey.
Odyssey.
The book.
Ulysses, yes. He could have stopped and said, "Shoo, I ain't making it home," but he didn't. He just kept going, and eventually,
Didn't he have a crush on his mom or something?
No, that's
Oedipus.
yeah.
Oh, Oedipus, Ulysses.
You was close.
They all Greek. All them Greeks be on something
You
funny.
was close,
I didn't think I was that far off. All right, y'all. That is Todd Stroger in the building. Let me say what's up to my girl Ruth and Mo in the building. Ruthie is back to the scarf, so I'm feeling like I may have failed today. Ruthie, how you feeling today?
Listen, I looked at the weather just so I could know, and next week it's supposed to be warmer. So maybe I might wear a t-shirt.
A t-shirt.
Y'all have never seen me in a t-shirt in here. Because even when because you know that air be black.
It does.
Ruthie, do you wear shorts in the wintertime?
In the winter.
In the summertime?
Not up in here. I actually prefer the wintertime around here. Because in the summer, y'all don't be playing with that air.
I'm not a big, it's like I'm an on-off air guy. I can never seem to
You
hit
like a certain temperature.
Yeah, and then it's like I can't never get it to stop where I need it to stop. It'd be like, okay, you're blowing just a little bit too much. Let me turn it off. And then I forget. Then I turn it back on. Then I turn it back off. Then I turn it back on.
Gotta get that happy medium.
Right. All right, Esco.
Good morning.
How you feeling? You feeling good? All right.
Hey, school girl.
Well, look, y'all. It's like we all in the building. So let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Miss Ruthie Moore, Escobar, Sonia Escobar in the building, and we are doing our thing, y'all. Gotta say what's up to everybody on the Wednesday night line up. They did their Thug Thistle last night, as usual, keeping it really interesting. The night closers. Shout out to Chris the Critic, as well as shout out to Brian Foster and In the Zone. All of those shows are, I'm really starting to think the nighttime lineup is winding up. Now, don't forget, y'all, T.O. Hardiman has joined the lineup. He will be on Sunday mornings at 8, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You Got Soul? What's the name of it? We Got
A
Soul.
Touch of Soul
Get you
with
some
T.O.
soul.
Hardiman. So that is a combination song, combination show, because he sings throughout the show.
Yes,
like
he
literally, he busts out in song. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if I could sing, I'd be like, stop. I'd be like, Dante Hall wouldn't have a chance in this month.
You be saying everything.
Because I'd be singing I'd be like, good morning, Ruthie.
You'll probably be more like a Hummer. You'll be a Hummer.
That's my mom. We was just talking about that. My mom hums.
Is she like she could sing, right? Because she played the piano and stuff.
She can sing. She can play. But my mom like hums, like kind of like the Negro spiritual hum.
I love it. While she doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And she be right. But now my sister was talking about. We was at my mom's house for Mother's Day, and my sister was talking about my niece Reagan is at 11 years old humming.
She be doing the Negro spiritual stuff?
Doing the Negro spiritual humming. But like she be like,
it's kind of therapeutic a little bit.
You're a little old for that.
It's a little therapeutic.
But I will tell you that it is therapeutic. It is. Mm-hmm. It is. I find some solace in spiritual music and spiritual. There is something to the old Negro spirituals and the things that they do. The music can do for your soul. And I stopped tripping on, like, it was a thing I used to be. I think I used to be embarrassed only because we did it in front of white people. Mm-hmm. Right? And like, they be like, ooh,
yeah,
sing that Negro spiritual again, like back in the day. Mm-hmm. Right? And I'd be like, you don't know we was planning escape on your punk.
Hello.
That's what the song was really about. We gonna kill Master and he gonna be dead.
You thought we was talking about cups with the drinking gourd?
Right.
No.
We wanna get y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all. So it is did we take this thing off? We up in the air. I thought so. I was looking down. I was like, man, is that the Robbins Airport? We got to touch down at the Robbins Airport. Hey, Todd, so how was the first day at the gig in your new role as the village admin? I'm not going to sweat you all the time, but I do. I was excited for you yesterday.
Let me ask the first question.
Go ahead.
Todd, do you feel like you have made a comeback?
That is such a media question.
You be like, I never left. You be like, I never left.
What you gonna say?
I
How
would
you
say
gonna
something
answer?
like that.
Say that.
I would say I wouldn't say I never left because that just sounds so defiant. But I would say, come back from what? I think we had a good run at all the places I've been. I'm just doing another job.
Good answer. See, we got to get him. Todd, that was good. What would you say? What would you would have said, man?
They wouldn't have printed it. See?
I'd be like, you mother beep, and you beep. And I remember you said beep, and you beep, and I'm coming to see. Right. I'll be like, I'm going to be to see you. I'm going to be to see you. I'm going to be to see you. That's what I would have did. I've been like, I remember that time. I had too much makeup on. And my pink tie.
Marianne, remember? Hey, Marianne.
I think, didn't Marianne cool to you, though?
Oh, Marianne was cool, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I like, it's something about Marianne Ahern that I like. It's like she's like so bubbly, enthusiastic. She's like, I got it. And yeah, it's something about, I like
She makes you defenseless.
Does she?
And we talked about Catholic school together, so that was.
They was probably commiserating.
Well,
she was probably straight.
Yeah,
she was probably
commiserating
consoling
about
you.
how much we had to pay. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I was like, she's probably consoling. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop.
Janine told me it's not natural for people just to break out in songs, so I don't do it anymore.
I do. Oh, well, I'm crazy then, cause I know people at my house be like, my kids be like, what's wrong? And and in the car, oh yeah, I know people be looking at me like, and I would have the windows down singing to the top of my lungs. What about my love? The people be at then don't let what's in it for the black people. And God's gonna turn it around. And I got the remix on that. So I be, oh yeah. And I'll be remixing the remix of the remix. That what's in for the black people playlist.
Go hard.
It goes hard. Shout out to the Book of Dawn's playlist too. She be holding out. She be like, you can't get that one. Wait, how we can't get this song on the label? Nope, sorry. You can't get that. All right, how about this one? 66% of all police chases end in a crash. Duh. Didn't they watch movies? I mean, like, we know how this ends. I want to be like, how many fruits are going to be flying up in the air? How many people got to run off the sidewalk? That, like, we all watch the movies. It's supposed to end in a crash. That's the whole point. of a car chase. All right,
that's not the first time I've seen that kind of statistic. I mean, other cities have done this stuff before, and it always ends badly.
Right, that's why they was gonna pay $5,000 for a cannon and shoot a dart. And the mayor was like, let me get this drone program instead.
Man, I love
what
that
drone
guy.
program?
What drone program?
And even how did you find out about this piece of news?
What?
The one you just said? Was that a part, was that a part of the?
It was in the paper today.
Was it a part of the leaks?
Nah, it wasn't part of the WikiLeaks. They waiting. They got some more stuff. Look, yesterday they was like, everybody is having a word search party with 50,000 documents. People trying to put their name in, trying to make sure they ain't in there. Ruthie,
Everybody just
put
everybody.
my name in there.
Let me tell you what I think.
What you think?
So this is like Pulitzer winning news stuff. If you can uncover and put together the right pieces, because you don't get, like you said the other day, you don't get a look at government in this way. So whoever is chasing them, what people win for the media? Emmys
Pulitzer,
and all that stuff.
A Pulitzer.
That's what I think is happening. It's a chase. It's a chase to the awards.
Did you know usually these awards, speaking of that, are named after like devil people? No, they really are.
What
like
you mean,
just
Mace?
like the Rhodes Scholarship, like Cecil Rhodes, like that's the guy with
Yeah,
the
but that's
hands.
different because what he did was he was rich and he made the scholarship. So of course you're gonna name it after himself.
But he was rich and he named it after himself, and it erased his murderous history. And so when you say
No, it
Rhodes,
didn't. Us woke folks.
Oh, come on, Todd.
Go ahead, man.
well, I'm just
And
saying.
you did know that. Now you actually just put me on the
And
something.
I'm saying we should look up Pulitzer because I bet you he did some dastardly something. And he was like, I did something dastardly, and so let me put my name on this award. It's just like when we
I
find
gotta
out.
look him up because I don't know anything about
And
him.
then we got to find out, like, because remember how Donald Sterling used to get all the NAACP awards because the racists pay to get the big award?
Yeah.
That same thing. So be on the lookout for the Pulitzer and see. He probably did something like killed all the Indians in the West or something and wrote about them in the great stories like it was great.
And then donated some lands, donated something.
Donated their scalps.
I see him. I'm kind of thinking he might have been a bad guy, but he looks skinny and wearing glasses. He probably
Yeah,
didn't
what kind of hat does he have on? And when was he?
No.
Wait, what year was he from? And that'll tell you if he's a bad guy or not.
That's a good point.
At least
Right?
he's not.
If he is anywhere in the 1800s, he's a terrible person.
All right, I got it. It's Joseph Pulitzer. The award was established in 1917 by the will of Joseph Pulitzer, who made his fortune as a newspaper publisher.
The yellow journalism probably something. He probably started a war or something.
Hey, surprisingly, he was actually because nobody likes elected officials. He was a congressman from New York.
So my bet is he probably used his congressional power to hijack the news, and then I'm telling you something in his. You don't make a war for yourself if you was a good guy.
Well, as it said, he crusaded against big business and corruption. So,
I bet.
well, that's actually a nice thing because
We
big
see.
business they try to crush everybody,
Okay.
the little people at least.
Speaking of little people, Michael Fashnat, remember him? No.
Sounds familiar.
He's the chief marketing officer for the city of Chicago. Well, now he is also the head of World Business Chicago.
I think you said that last time, and I was like, "There's a marketing officer," and that's how I still feel like.
Well,
There's
there's a marketing officer. When you fail as epically as this administration is, you need to market. And I'm just gonna say that now the real thing though is that she gave the job. He has a chief marketing officer. Remember, he got that for $1, and he got that so he could pass out
why his
all of the
name stands
contracts.
out, right?
Right. But then he's now the head of World Business Chicago. Now my thing would be, you don't double bubble. That's two sweet joints. You give that to somebody you love, right? You give somebody, and I'm starting to feel like
Is that one of those committees though?
World Business Chicago is the business arm of tourism in the.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like one of those things that is held by somebody who the mayor says, "I think you'd be a good person," but it's not really part of the administration.
Right, but they got a budget of like $50 million, and they get all of the, and they make
he
all
belongs
of the.
to all these health clubs and things like that. All those things where you can get in.
But here's the thing. She gave it to the same guy, which means somebody was like, "Nah, I'll wait." No, I'm just saying. Like, you say, "Hey, guess what?" Like, if you got the head of World Business Chicago open and you call your people up and you be like, "Hey," or you call somebody that you need on your team and you say, "Hey, would you like to be the world?" And that's like an offer you can't refuse.
But you don't think that's her people?
I'm saying she ain't got no more people.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Like, it's like Ruthie. If I got 12 spots, I'm calling you, I'm calling you, I'm calling you, right? I spread it out. Now, when I start being like, okay, can you handle 2 jobs now? That mean everybody else is like, yeah, I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Yeah, pass. You only got 2 more years. It's how long is the contract? Nah, I'll wait for the new mayor. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
What are y'all takes on blended families?
Meaning white people? Or what?
No, she mean like you got kids, this person got kids, y'all get together and bring the whole family together. I don't know. I have zero experience with it. I imagine it can be challenging. Especially I think the older the children are, I think the more challenging it could be. I think if it's little children or something, you can kind of explain it to them and they may like grow up together and kind of in that same space where this is mom, this is dad type thing. But if you talk about older kids where they literally have a mom or dad, another person like that has been in their lives, or when they're older and you're like, oh no, this is your stepbrother, stepsister. Like, nah, we like 17. Like, I'll bone her.
And if this family don't work, you can just give me to the game anyway. Ain't no other, it ain't gonna matter. No woman will ever be important. I'm not being an ass. I'm serious. In my mind, the value of that kind of a commitment is family. I got that already. So now we just chilling. So you ain't gonna really know my children.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Since 2018, nearly 3,000 tax credit scholarships have been awarded to black students in Illinois to attend private schools that best fit their needs. Now, Governor Pritzker wants to slash this program. In a time of much uncertainty, we need greater equity in education for our families and children, not less. Call your state representative and senator and urge them to stand up for our kids and their future by supporting the Tax Credit Scholarship Program. For more information, visit empoweredillinois.org.
Rogers, let me ask a question. Do either that son or your grandson smell like transmission fluid? We trying to find Ruthie a husband. You funny man.
Trying to find Ruthie a husband?
We trying to find Ruthie a husband.
You heard that good,
Let me ask you, Rogers, what does Ruthie need to do to find her husband?
I listen to her little voice. I like that little passive voice she got.
Hey, she say...
I know you kind of small, ain't you?
She said you got a pension?
Huh?
She said you got a pension?
Look here. I'm coming down to where you on station located at? Where y'all located?
We down here in Bronzeville. Look, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get you. We gonna do a love connection off the line. Rogers, I want to tell you, man, thank you so much for calling.
You all downtown somewhere?
Yeah, we downtown. I'm gonna put
y'all talking about it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the address. I'm gonna come into y'all station one morning.
We gonna have you come down. We gonna have you and Ruthie, and we gonna have you sit
I'm
right
an early bird anyway.
Ruthie, you can be the grandmama, the great grandmama of over 110 children.
I love big families.
You know what I'm saying? 110.
What's in it for the black people? the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd, Stroger, Ruthie Moore. We around here just chit-chatting. And
Sonia
like,
said, y'all need to come on.
Y'all got a show to do. These people around here waiting. Hey, I am your host, Maze Jackson, Todd Stroger, Ruthie Moore. I'm gonna hit some more of these headlines real quick, and then we're gonna get to the social media question of the day. Did you see the Palestinian rally yesterday, Ruthie? I got them all fired up yesterday.
Yeah, thousands.
The paper said hundreds. Control the media.
I didn't know we had a lot of Palestinians in Bridgeview. They said they came from Bridgeview.
Hey, bro, sis, Bridgeview, everything west of Cicero. No, they are between. What's next? Cicero.
Oh, here.
They are like
right.
I mean,
no, they're like you got to go southwest. They're like Harlem back, and I would say 79th Harlem,
Bridgeview,
like Palos, like all of that.
Yes.
Like when you go
I
through
Palos. I do Palos
Right,
because
the Palos, the Palos, but that's
the Laredo guy.
Yep. So that's
and
like
it's
the wealth.
The Democratic Arab Organization. That's like their base.
So it goes like
Oh.
this. It goes like and the further north you are, the poorer end you are.
60% of Bridgeview.
And then you go. Let me tell you what.
85,000 Palestinians.
You go
In Chicago.
What?
And if you go over there, like you go in them houses, like they got these houses that you don't realize are as massive on the inside as they are. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you be going over there in the places and you be like, yo,
This might sound real crazy, but I always wonder where them people lived and where they left when they left our neighborhoods.
to pay.
I had no idea.
Over there. No, I'm telling you, I learned them. And then it's like also.
No, you mean when they left our neighborhoods?
No, I'm talking about like after they closed their stores for the day.
They went there.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And they got big old, and that's where they keep the cigarettes. So that's where they keep the Lucy's at. Out in, like, if you want to find where all the Lucy's at, they all out there because you can keep up to 99 cases without it being a felony. So they keep them over there.
Well, first they go over to Indiana and buy them.
Now Indiana's too expensive. Now you go to places like you go south, and you bring them up in the trucks up, and then they send semi trucks, and then they break them up at the warehouse.
Ooh, that's a big.
And then they take them out, but they buy truckloads at a time. And think about, you can in some places you can get them for as cheap as $2 a pack. So you think about a $2 pack, and then you selling 2 cigarettes for $1 out of that. And now the city is making so much money off of Lucy's, off the fines and fees, because they just say we'd rather just make the money off the fines and fees than prosecute. So there's like a whole network that they have, and it's like attorneys and everybody, and like these attorneys that deal with the Lucy stuff, they off the chain.
So wait, when you say Lucy
cigarettes,
so it's actually more profitable for them to break them down, sell them.
Oh yeah,
like at the store level.
No, yes they do. No, well, really at those gas station type stores.
Well, gas station and corner stores, but they have whole false walls. I would tell you that I have been told by friends who work in the Vice that up to you can probably count on each one of those Arab corner stores making an additional $250,000 a year just selling, at a minimum, selling loose cigarettes.
Cheesy Pete.
They say they have they've built third walls. Like literally where you go into the back room and there's a whole nother back room and it's a slot and the people know, and it's like literally like a dope joint.
What y'all think about when they had the drive-thrus?
Drive-thru what?
On the corner stores.
I never seen that.
Oh wow.
I ain't really seen that too much. I used to see it in Springfield.
It's becoming more and more. They putting more and more drive-thrus.
It's like
I could see them doing that now because you could deliver liquor too, right? I see, man. I bet you.
I know there's a drive-through liquor store in Springfield.
Yeah, but check it out. I bet you if you go through a drive-through, I bet you they sell you cups with ice too.
Yeah, you can get cups.
I bet you can get a cup with ice. I bet you can buy a setup, like to pull your drink in your car and keep rolling. Meanwhile, nobody sees that, but we go to.
And those stores we're talking about, they also sell, the what they call box of cigarettes, but
a carton.
A carton, right? But yeah, so they had those too because the county had revenue agents, and their job is to go out and make sure that they have the county stamp on it. Man, they had them closing safes when they see you. Yeah.
Oh, but that's the whole point. They have a whole now. They gotten so sophisticated that they build a pressure wall, right? With a hydraulic. There's a hydraulic wall that if you walk in, you won't even know it's there unless you know how to hit it. And the police can't even bust in the hydraulic wall.
Just like movies.
Right. the police can't even get into it. So a lot of Palestinians yesterday. So I wonder, was it all the corner stores closed?
Ooh, no.
No, because but you know what I think about?
Now that would have been something if they decided to shut down like all their businesses and stuff like that.
Now they got to get that money.
Somebody told me that when you meet a guy and you say, "Oh, where'd you come from?" and they say Jordan, more than likely they came from Palestine. They just don't want to say Palestine.
Well, the thing is, like the people who go to our stores are usually the ones that come from there's different levels. And the war-torn ones are like, man, I'm from the hood, so I don't have a problem. That's why you see certain classes taking certain industries in certain places. Certain people do clothes. Certain people do corner stores, right? And you can see kind of their culture of where they come from and what they're used to. That's why you saw them dudes getting on the roof with the M16s. Because they like, man, we do this with the Israelis.
Oh, yeah, they'll get in a fight.
They ain't scared. They ain't scared to shoot.
No.
And then, you can kill black people. Oh, and another example of the mayor don't have no friends. Lord, did you see that she's trying to replace the head of COPA with Lori Lipscomb? Do you know who Lori Lipscomb is? I don't. I've heard the name before, but here's what we do know. She only has 1 year of investigative experience. And guess when she had it? When she was working at City Hall kicking out the black people out of the black vendor program.
Ooh.
Lori Lightfoot made a career out of going after the black people. All them rich white people, and she found the brother. Right, like the rich white people running out the City Hall, they wives, the whole thing. She's like, I found it. Where this black man is making more money than any Negro should be allowed.
And shut it down?
Oh no, she ain't shut it down. That's why she mad now. She couldn't shut it down. She couldn't shut it down. Federal money comes with strings attached. That seems like the mayor's gonna have a problem with that.
I'm tired of all these strings.
I'm glad we got some strings attached. Because the mayor was going to give your $1.9 billion to the popos. Now she can't. So we're going to talk about that. How about this one? How many of you all remember when AUSL came to Chicago?
Academy for, I remember.
Remember, they were the people who 15 years ago came to Chicago and were going to turn around. They did the turnaround school program in which 31 schools were put in the program. And remember, they came in. And AUSL would be like, we're going to go into the worst schools and we're going to turn them around. And they would fire everybody, including the janitors, and then you had to apply for your child back. Yeah. Well, they're out. They're gone. It's actually
work, huh? 15 years?
15 years they've been. And actually, though, I think that's where Janice Jackson came from.
I know a few people that went through the program.
Yep. At one point, it was really one of the very few ways for black teachers to get in.
Exactly.
They was like, you got to go to the worst schools. And then when the AUSL stuff came, that was the beginning of the exodus. Because when they fired the teachers and said you got to hire them back, guess who got hired back? Becky with the long hair.
Yeah, actually, I know some teachers who got fired during that time. Right.
But the part of it was they were saying like if we hire these teachers back, like we're gonna have to pay them a lot of money. That was their reasoning. But a lot of black teachers got displaced.
Yep, it was also part of the beginning of the end, and it led to, quite frankly,
the Teach for America model that exists within CPS today.
Look at Ruthie. I don't even gotta finish my sentence.
Saying.
That's what I'm talking about. And then I just thought this was a good one. Do you guys know who Stuart Nitzman is? Nitskin. Well, Stuart Nitzkin is the head of the American Friends of the Israel Sports Center for the Disabled.
Say that one more time.
Stuart Nitzkin is the head of the American Friends of the Israel Sports Center for the Disabled. It's a charity, a local charity, and he was pled guilty to embezzling $550,000 for Bulls tickets, luxury vacations, coffee shops, and the like. Another social service millionaire. But I want to see how. I want to just follow this story because the black social service millionaires end up in jail. The white guy pleaded guilty, and he was still like walking around. So I just want to see how that works out.
I'm sure he's waiting for sentencing.
He might be waiting for, right, but is his sentence?
He'll cop a deal.
Right, he's gonna be like, I'm going. Can he jump on a plane and go back to Israel?
Ooh.
No, they would take his passport.
Okay. All right, we gonna see. Right.
This is Fed stuff, right?
Yeah, it is Fed.
Oh, they took his passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, finally, how about Joe Biden told this would be cracking me up how they do this. So I'm gonna leave this alone after this, but it cracked me up. So they show you pictures of Israel bombing Gaza and like whole buildings coming. Like that when you watch it, it'd be like they blew up Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like buildings just be
turned into rubble.
Here go Palestine. Pat! Pat! One shot. They shoot some. Israel has the Thunderdome. What is it called? Iron Dome. Which you shoot missiles and they joints be flying up, knocking the missiles out, right? Joe Biden comes on TV and says Israel has the right to defend themselves. Okay, that's like when I done beat you to a pulp and I got my knee on your neck and say, I fear for my life.
It depending on what media you're looking at, it shows the Palestinians as defending themselves, or it either shows Israel defending itself.
Oh yeah, but you only watching Al Jazeera. If you seeing it, Palestine defend.
Both sides are shooting missiles. So
no.
No, they are.
Missiles or rockets. I think it might end a difference between missile and a rocket.
Yeah.
Well, no.
A rocket is.
You know what happens in both?
What?
Somebody died.
Yeah. No. Hold on.
No. I'm sorry. People don't die from rockets.
Seven Palestinians.
I take it back now.
Seven Israelis have died. 48 Palestinians have died.
I think it's more than that now, Maze.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ones they count. They be like, yeah, there's a couple kids in there. You know, they be like, and all I'm saying is, Joe Biden came on TV and said they got the right to defend themselves as the poor children's limbs are flying all over the place. Go ahead, Ruthie, please.
I was just going to say something. I consumed a little bit too much media about it because it was just everywhere. And I said, let me look at this. But it was a little gut-wrenching for me to see their mosque being like come under fire, like firepower, and
they be like that's the den of terrorist haven.
Well, there you go,
your church.
There you go. And I just thought that was interesting. Like it was kind of tough to see. But then I heard a Palestinian person on the news be like, if we were to do that to a synagogue, people would be like outraged.
If you blew up a synagogue, they killing the whole dang on town.
Yeah, I don't know if the world would be outraged, but
Israel would be. Israel would be, and that's really, and everybody else, and nobody would.
No, the world would be outraged. Remember when that guy went on that shooting spree and shot up that synagogue? Wasn't that long ago? Within the last few years.
No, I think the world would be out. I think
the world would be outraged if Hamas did that.
If the Jewish army ran in and shot everybody up in a mosque,
we'd never see it.
No, people. Well, maybe we wouldn't. But
if
we knew, people would be outraged, and we would know because they have a good network too.
Todd,
they're not like
Todd.
Maze is trying to make it seem like they're working with sticks and rocks. No, they're more sophisticated than that. Though.
They did it. They wasn't necessarily in there with the automatic weapons with them lined up, but it came under firepower from the missiles and the rockets and the air bombs.
Yeah,
are you outraged?
I'm outraged by war.
But you said you should be outraged.
I'm outraged by war in general, but it didn't happen in my backyard, so it has a different effect. And I'm just against war. If that's what you're asking me. Fighting about a lot of stuff.
I would just say,
what's next on the
we're gonna move on from this topic because we all recognize that at some point, is the internet still working?
Yeah, I just checked.
All right, just check. All right, y'all. I do think, how they go? Amazing.
Listen.
I'm gonna move on. All right. I'm gonna go to the social media question of the day. Sonia, give me the big voice. Even.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Hey y'all, I saw an ad today as I was going through the paper, and I think we might have been hoodwinked or bamboozled. And I didn't go too far down the foxhole because I had to fill up the rest of the pages. But who's coming back? Like Chicago is literally coming back. We start the bridge phase next week. They are literally propelling us to a reopening of the city on July 4th and a reopening of the state literally like the first week of June. And it still has not been lost on me that literally the day after the chosen few announced that they were not going to come back until 22, that was the next day that the city opened up and was like, we're going to be cracking, knowing that the chosen few usually is on July 4th weekend. What bigger opening for the city of Chicago would there have been? So I was thinking about it, and then, I felt like no shade to the people that put on the event, but then all of a sudden we saw the Eric Williams story, and that July 22nd in Hyde Park, there was going to be a semi-festival for vaccinated people only. And then we heard about Eric Williams, who has a tremendous amount of goodwill in the black community. Doesn't he? Is he also the same guy that has Virtue?
Mm-mm.
I know he has Silver Room.
Mm-mm. That's a different Eric.
Okay. So, and then I noticed that just the week before, he was announced as a winner in the wine, and that they got $250,000 to open the Bronzeville Winery. And I was thinking that maybe right now we are witnessing the realignment of Chicago and who's the in crowd and who's not. And then I saw this ad for Pride in the Park. Now, Chicago has a pretty robust Pride Week celebration. But I got to saying, like, okay, well, what is this Pride in the Park? And again, that's not, they've created something new while still not bringing back the things that were here. Now, I'm not, the gays may have the gay community may have doubled down, right? So they probably get Pride in the Park and Pride.
That's what I'm saying. Is this in one or the other, or they?
No, I think they get both.
Ah, okay.
But my question is, who is really coming back?
Is Pride in the Park for black people, or is this like a advertised thing?
Once I saw Pride in the Park, and it was in the park, and it wasn't the Pride Parade.
Got it.
That's all I needed.
Got it.
I'm not going. We already know that the black gay community has come to us before and told us how they get discriminated against by the police and by the gay community when they have there's a Black Pride Week that coincides, and they have their own separate events, and they get discriminated against. But I was just thinking about Todd, Ruthie. Are they selecting who's going to come back?
Like strings attached. Remember we just talked about strings attached?
Yeah, I mean, think about this. So they canceled the Chosen Few, biggest house music festival with black origins. And I gotta say it might be one of the biggest ones in the nation.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. This is Chicago.
Right? Like not the single day, not a multi-day EDM, but I would say that Chosen Few, and I've been saying this for a while. I said it was less than desirable because the city doesn't really market it as a city festival. It's like one of them things that it's like it's like we got it, but if we didn't have it, we got to spend police resources. We got to spend a lot of money, and there's no net return because it's not really a city.
It's like Freaknik.
Right. Bam. It is like Freaknik. The people benefit from it are the people, not the city. And people from all, dang, that's a perfect one.
I remember Freaknik well.
You went?
No, but there was trouble.
Oh, it was great trouble. That was some good trouble.
Great trouble.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, God. Freaknik.
Y'all better be careful because it's a whole lot of Freaknik videos on YouTube. So somebody gonna go back in. Is that Maze? A ton of videos if anybody's ever interested.
I'll be like, yep, I was there. I experienced it. And y'all millennials don't know nothing about it. And be mad if you want to because everybody that was there was. Anyway, the whole story being, I just thought that it was.
I got a quick
Todd, that's the
story,
really
though.
great.
My dad was, they had it in the county. And boy, was he upset because they were like, oh, we'll have like 60 people.
Oh, you're talking about Chicago Freaknik.
Yeah, Chicago Freaknik.
I'm talking about
Atlanta.
the real Freaknik. Yeah. Oh, when the Chicago Freaknik happened, though, that was off the chain too. That was off the chain. That was they replicated Freaknik for real, and it was like, oh yeah, no video cameras though, no cell phones. But I'm saying, guys, that happened. Like there was a time when Freaknik happened in Atlanta, and you would have never thought it would ever went away. It was like an Atlanta staple for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
7 years. And, it was like a small thing that grew. It's funny because the mayor, both Keisha Lance Bottoms and what was the one right before her? The guy.
Before her.
Anyway, they both were part of the planning of it. Like, so it was like coming full circle. They was like, yeah, it got out of control. But my point is, like, y'all, we're going to see this COVID and this Pride in the Park jumped out to me because I was thinking, like, while we're going to try and figure out what are we doing, they replaced Chosen Few. You've seen it's gone 2 years. Now you got a house music something happening in Hyde Park, just a few blocks from where it was, and it's the first time that we come out. Now
Chosen Few was big because the first time it was just like, okay, you can have it in this field. Second time, we're gonna put a fence around y'all.
well, no, it was the Plaisance. First, it was behind the museum. Then it was the Plaisance, and then it was like 1 year it just exploded. And it just exploded to the point where it was like, whoa. And I'm telling you, I feel like it was a supernova. And I feel like the supernova is not really welcome in the Southland. And I think they've got now a much more controlled environment that they can slowly move to the reservation.
Hey, if it's not welcome in the Southland, it ain't welcome anywhere in this city.
Well, on the South Side.
I mean, that's where the black folks are.
But again, remember, y'all gave up. Y'all promoting Reggie's. Y'all gave up the 67th Street Beach. We couldn't drink no alcohol, couldn't have no bar, couldn't have no parties. Now,
no, Reggie's realized that
white people was coming.
Yeah, basically.
White people was coming.
No, they already live here.
Well, but but they took the 67th Street bar. I mean, you think about it.
About Reggie's on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what they realized is the 40s, the lower end, had turned into white people. So they're like, oh, they're 5 minutes away. They'll come right here.
Right, and the 50s and the 60s
And
now.
you think about 31st Street Beach. Now, like you think about it, 31st Street Beach is the first time one of my friends got shot. Right? Like we all went to 31st Street Beach. It was the hangout. You came home from college. Everybody was there. The projects. It was like a conglomeration of everything.
31st?
Now you look at 31st Street Beach. We got the bar, But then you look, they gave us like the beach bar, but then they built a whole Salerno's in a boathouse with drinks, and the boats now pull up to 31st Street Beach, and they done changed the harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, like, y'all, I know nobody wants to believe me while we all eating chicken wings at Reggie's and drinking beer. Like, this is great. But it's like, it's sort of like Mariano's don't really want the Bud Billiken parade on King Drive. If you was Bud Billiken, if you was Mariano's, why would you want the parade to shut off your business for the whole day? I hear you.
People buys.
Wait. You for real?
There was a move to move the parade off of King Drive.
Spearheaded by Mariano's?
I'm going to leave that alone.
We'll talk about it on the break.
We'll talk about it on the break.
Because not with all them black pictures up in there.
But that's the whole point. It's like, it's to satisfy you, to pacify you, right? Even when I was watching yesterday, I was watching G2 Brown, and he was saying on the Mercy Hospital, they can't convert it, and they wanted a signed agreement for 10 years. I was like, well, 10 years in the grand scheme of things is no time.
No, it's like.
And it's like a snap in time, and even in saying we want a 10-year deal because this isn't a diss, but even in saying we want a 10-year deal, it's like, I'll sign that because in 10 years I'm gonna be like, this is a whole different community.
Yeah.
And so understand that these moves don't happen. Like, we celebrate the moves, but understand that every one of the chess and checkers. So y'all, there's Reggie's 60. I bet you Reggie's be open on the 4th of July. No, seriously. Think about what's going to be happening on the 4th of July up and down Lakeshore Drive.
Right.
And they said, we gave you high parking. You ain't even under the window with the high park thing because it ain't even after the city is open. That's July 22nd. Not tripping, but I want y'all to understand, like, while we're celebrating, and I love, this is another case where they put people that we care about in front of us, and we be like, we happy for the house DJs that's gonna do it, and we happy that it's happening, but there's really an ulterior motive that sets your expectations instead of your expectations now for a black house on the south side being 100,000. Your expectation now is 250 vaccinated people.
Part of me feels like, so let me just say that I know for a fact that Eric Williams been working on that winery for a minute. So even before,
no shade to him.
Before COVID, like, so that was already in the works. In terms of like the Silver Room Block Party, the Chosen Few, I feel like those things might have needed help. Like, I don't think they were going to be able to come back on their own, per se, this in such a short amount of time. Now, did the city hijack it or did testing? Did the city hijack it or were they seeking city support? Like, that's the part that I'm really unclear about. But I'm with you with the hijacking part of it. Like, so however it came about, it does feel like a hijack.
So can I do this? I want to make sure I'm clear. I don't have no shade to Eric Williams. I don't. I think that sometimes what we